last year on April the 21st. I woke up very early in the morning and I felt this numbing starting from my fingertips. And at first I panicked because I thought I was having a stroke. The right half of my face actually went numb, and I called my dad and he took me to the emergency. I had an MRI scan. I called the doctor. He said there was a mass in my brain. So they told me I had epidermoid cyst in my brain. Basically, it was producing a lot of pressure on my brain, which caused me to get focal seizures. I was 20 at the time, and I never had anything like this happen to me at all. So I was scheduled on the 26th for craniotomy, which is brain surgery. Before that, I got to spend time with my parents, and because there was a million things that could go wrong aside from death. They told me I could be paralyzed, partially paralyzed, be a vegetable. And one of the things they told me that I'll forget who I am, or I'll forget my parents and friends. So the night before, I was just in a fetal position on my bed, praying to God, please let me live. I actually got a phone call from Pastor Rich praying for me. So I woke up in the ICU room. The first person to visit me was actually my mom. She looked at me and she asked, Jonathan, who am I? And I said, Mom. And she just bawled into tears of joy and she hugged me. I tried to eat, but I felt pain in my jaw because they literally cut the jaw muscle to get to my brain. Next 3 months, I believe, I was recommended to go to a speech therapist. She was surprised that I was actually able to speak, so she assumed that I wouldn't be able to speak at all. Within a matter of 4 sessions, she discharged me and told me I'm great and I'll be fine. By the grace of God, I recovered very fast. So 6 months around the road while I was getting better, I eventually found some blood coming out of my scalp on the left side, right where my incision was. They told us that it was an abscess. We said no, I'm not going to get surgery again. Instead, we're going to sit down and we're going to pray about it. And each month it just seemed to get smaller and smaller till eventually it was gone. And we went to his doctor. They were surprised, said, I don't know what you're doing, but keep doing it. So after my complete recovery, I started to get more involved with church because in a way I felt like God gave me a second chance. I came every Tuesday, every Sunday, and eventually one day, Jason, he told me that the youth were going to start a band. And he asked me if I wanted to join. I said, sure, why not? It's about time that I started getting more involved in church and actually worship. And believe it or not, I remember there was a prophet, Gustavo Paez, who prophesied over this, telling me that I'm going to worship the Lord with my talent. And it was fulfilled from that day forward. And ever since that, I just came to Youth Wake. I come every Tuesday night and Thursday night practice and play. Just because things don't seem to go your way, or it feels like the world is crashing upon you, doesn't mean that it's the end of the world, that nothing's gonna go right. God has a plan for you. I'm thankful for people who are in the church who have prayed for me, thankful for my parents, and I'm really thankful for God to allowing me to live. My name is Jonathan Torres, and I've become a Trinity Church. I'm a son of Eli Torres, the guy who plays guitar on the Sanctuary. And coincidentally, I also play guitar, but for Youth Quake.